Forget everything you know about Toyota's reliability because the 2026 Toyota EMBERHORN 6x6 just ripped up the rulebook and set it on fire. We are looking at a 3-axle, 6-wheel drive monster that makes the Land Cruiser look like a Power Wheels toy. This isn't just a concept or a render anymore. This is Toyota's direct, aggressive response to the Mercedes-AMG G63 6x6 and the Hennessy Mammoth. For decades, Toyota has played it safe with dependable, sensible off-roaders, but the EMBERHORN is a declaration of war. It features a military-grade exoskeleton, an elongated chassis that looks like it was forged in a post-apocalyptic bunker, and a price tag that will make your eyes water. But there is one specific, mechanical secret hidden within that rear third axle, a piece of engineering so controversial that some purists claim it ruins the Toyota legacy entirely. Stick around until the very end, because once you see what's actually powering those back wheels and what it costs to maintain them, you'll understand why this truck is the most polarizing vehicle of the decade. The silhouette of the EMBERHORN is unlike anything we've seen from the Japanese giant. It's built on a heavily modified version of the TNGF global body-on-frame platform, but it's been stretched to nearly 24 feet. The front fascia is dominated by a massive, high-clearance steel bumper with an integrated 30,000-pound winch and a grille that looks like it could swallow a Corolla whole. Toyota calls this design language primal utility, and it shows. There are no plastic clips or flimsy fenders here. Everything is bolted down with exposed industrial fasteners. Under the hood, we aren't getting a sleepy V6. Instead, the EMBERHORN utilizes a specialized version of the iForce Max twin-turbo V6 hybrid, but it's been tuned to a staggering 550 horsepower and nearly 700 pound-feet of torque. This power is sent through a 10-speed automatic transmission that has been recalibrated to handle the sheer rotational mass of 6 37-inch all-terrain tires. What's truly insane is how this thing handles the terrain. Most 6x6 conversions are aftermarket hack jobs, but the EMBERHORN was engineered from the factory with a proprietary through-drive system. This means all 3 axles are live and fully powered, featuring 3 independent locking differentials. You can literally climb a vertical rock face, while the rear 4 wheels articulate independently over boulders the size of refrigerators. While you're imagining yourself conquering the Rubicon Trail in this beast, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button and smash the like. It really helps us bring you these deep dives into the world's most exclusive automotive reveals, and you definitely don't want to miss our upcoming breakdown of the new electric Hilux. Now, back to the beast. The suspension is a total marvel. It uses a custom-tuned kinetic dynamic suspension system adapted for 6 wheels, which electronically decouples the sway bars to allow for maximum travel. When you're on the highway, it lowers itself by 4 inches to improve aerodynamics and stability, making this 5-ton Titan feel surprisingly composed at 80 miles per hour. Inside, the EMBERHORN shifts from a brutal exterior to a cockpit that feels more like a private jet. We're talking about semi-aniline leather, forged carbon fiber trim, and a dual-screen interface that provides real-time topographic maps and drone-link connectivity. Toyota has even included an expedition mode, where the truck's onboard computer can automatically adjust tire pressures for sand, mud, or snow without you ever stepping foot outside. But here is where things get truly wild and where that hidden flaw I mentioned earlier starts to surface. To keep this massive machine somewhat efficient, Toyota implemented a radical active rear steering system for both rear axles. While this gives the EMBERHORN a turning radius better than a standard Tundra, the complexity is a nightmare. Rumors from the factory floors suggest that the hydraulic actuators for these rear wheels are sourced from a high-performance aerospace contractor, meaning a single failure in the deep backcountry could leave you stuck with a 6-figure paperweight. And speaking of 6 figures, let's talk about that price. The base EMBERHORN 6x6 is expected to start at a jaw-dropping $380,000, with fully kit overland editions pushing well past the $500,000 mark. But that isn't the shocking reveal I promised. The real secret, the one that has the internet in an uproar, is the dead axle bypass. To meet upcoming global emission standards, The EMBERHORN is designed to electronically disconnect the middle axle during cruising, turning it into a 4x6. However, leaked technical manuals suggest that the hybrid battery system is actually located directly above the third axle's differential. This means if you take a hard landing on a rock and dent that rear housing, you risk a catastrophic battery breach that could effectively turn your three-axle dream into a lithium-ion bonfire. Toyota's most capable truck is also, technically, its most fragile in the one area you'd least expect. It's a gamble of epic proportions, the most dominant off-roader ever built, held together by a piece of tech that could be its literal downfall. Is the 2026 EMBERHORN a masterpiece of engineering or a $500,000 liability? Only the first few owners will find out when they take it to the edge of the map.